Perfect.
Hello and welcome back to my channel where I post videos about anything I want. Hence the name Everything Alani. And today, guys, today's video, I love it so much. I'm going to be talking about how our Halloween Fright Night went. So my sister and I, we organize a Halloween Fright Night every year since I think this one was the 8th edition. So the first Fright Night I did not attend. My sister organized one and I think I just couldn't come or something. I don't remember, but I wasn't there. The second year I was there, and then the third year, so ever since. And then just each year I've been more and more involved, and then since a couple of years we are co-hosts, or I've made myself a co-host. Sorry sis. It's just something I have a passion for. I didn't really know I had a passion for, so thank you sis. If you haven't seen my Halloween party planning video, go watch it. I will link it here or here. Then you could come back to this one or watch this one first and then do what you want. And today I'm going to be talking about how the Halloween party went, if I did good organizing it. I will be talking about what worked, what didn't work, what I would do different in the future. Since we had our party quite late at the year, we organized it on the 11th of November and Vlogmas was coming up and I had a lot to do. We were moving at that time, or in December, so I just couldn't find the time to film it and post it. So I thought, you know what, I'll film it when I can. So we're now February, hence my Valentine's Day nails. You want to see that video? And I thought I'd just post this right before my next Halloween party planning video. It's more relevant to post it now when people are making preparations, and if they want to do something similar, they can watch this video and maybe get something out of it. Or when someone's just being in the Halloween spirit and they want a Halloween related video to watch, then this could be it. Now, like I mentioned, this is the 8th edition. Sorry, this was the 8th edition. In 2 years, it will be a decade. What? We call it a Fright Night instead of a Halloween party because with the name Halloween party, it makes me think about like a house dance party, and that's not what it is with us. It's more of a little get-together with a couple of our bestest friends, girlfriends, and we drink a little, we eat a little, we talk a little, or we talk a lot. We play some games, and then at the end we usually watch a movie. I'm mostly responsible for planning it and doing the decorations. She is more in charge of food and drinks because that takes a whole day as well, believe it or not. More than a day actually. So for this video I will be going over my checklist and I will try to put some pictures in here and there, or some little snippets that I filmed from my DIYs that I did, from the preparation of the party, and then the aftermath. So my intention was to film a lot, to take a lot of pictures, but hosting and doing that is just, I mean, I don't want to say it cannot be done, because it can be done, but it's just not easy. It's something you forget to do. So our party was on Friday, the 11th of November, which was a national holiday here in Belgium. So everybody had that day off. The theme was Twas, the nightmare before Christmas, so a mix of Halloween and Christmas. As you can see from the props in the background, I hope. So we actually merged two of my favorite and my sister's favorite holidays together, Halloween and Christmas. Like, is there something better? I think not. So, first thing, the invitations. We usually go with a Facebook event. We made a paper invitation once because the theme was Harry Potter, and I mean, you have to do a Hogwarts acceptance letter when you're doing a Harry Potter themed party. Am I right? Yeah, so we did the whole thing. Then we made the acceptance letter, like what they could bring. We put it in an envelope with a wax seal, then dropped it in their mailboxes. I thought that was pretty cool and just necessary, but that was the only year. This year, again, we made a Facebook event. I mean, it's just easy. It's easy to make. It doesn't cost anything. It's fast. You have all the key information in one place. You can adjust the banner to your theme. You can write a little intro that's also adjusted to your theme. They can ask questions if they want. You get to see who RSVP'd or not. Again, all in one place. So yeah, Facebook event for the win. And like I said, all the key information in one place, like the place where the party is going to be, the time, and the date. Like these 3 things they do need to know. So it's really easy, it doesn't cost anything, and you can personalize it. In the Halloween party planning video, I mentioned that I wanted to do like a story adaptation of the Twas the Night Before Christmas. Yeah, Twas the Night Before Christmas. Christmas Carol or Christmas poem, or I don't know what it's called. I wanted to make the text a little bit more creepy, but I don't know if you know, but if you have seen the text of Twas the Night Before Christmas, it's a pretty long story. And it would have taken me like a lot of time, a lot of effort, and usually, or mostly, not everybody reads the whole text or the whole intro we post on Facebook. So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna put all that energy and effort in it to have like 2 people read it. So I just went with like a little spin on the what's this song out of the movie. I think I did what's this, there's a party in the air, what's this, there's a fright night in the air, or I don't know anymore, but I will post it here, or I will put it somewhere on the screen so you can see. Yeah, so I'll put that in the intro. I'll always try to explain the theme. I always mention that we provide the snacks and that we will do a starter cocktail. But that if they want to get a little bit more lit, they should bring their own booze, because that gets expensive really fast. That's the only thing we ask, to bring their own drinks, to push down on our spending budget. So for the movie, I used to make a poll every year in Facebook so that they could vote on which movie they wanted. But I don't know, since a couple of years, I think they've put that option out. I don't know, maybe if it's like, if it needs to be another kind of event or page. So instead of the poll, I just posted like the pictures with a little description of every movie, how long it was, what kind of movie it is. Is it like a Scream Queen movie, slasher, a horror, a thriller, a little bit of comedy, so that people can kind of guess what the movie's probably going to be about. And then underneath that, they can just say, oh, vote for movie number 1, movie number 2, or just the title of the movie. I don't know, a poll is just more fun, in my opinion. So leading up to the Fright Night, I posted some creepy game related posters or pictures of posters that I found online. I don't know who made that. I just found it on, I don't know. So they were pictures of like known board games or overall games that were creepified, just to make him a little bit curious. Then I also mentioned that there was going to be a photo booth or photo corner this year, and that they could, if they wanted, dress up a little bit. So I tried to give them some ideas as well. I've summed up what they can dress up as, and then also a couple of like easy ideas, because not everybody, especially in our group, likes to dress up or not dress up, but likes to buy an outfit or a costume just for one night, which I totally get. So I said like even an ugly Christmas jumper, a Christmas pajama, or a Halloween pajama or whatever is good. A sheet with 2 holes if you want to be a ghost. If you don't want to have your face exposed in the photos, no problem, you can do what you want. And I gotta say, I was pleasantly surprised with the effort that everybody did. Like I said, most of them are not there's actually one person that likes to dress up, but all the rest, and actually she didn't dress up that much. She didn't have the time, but that's okay. But most of them, I don't know, came prepared. I was like, wow, they did their makeup and they wore like an ugly Christmas, no, not an ugly. They wore a Christmas jumper, not an ugly one. They were all kind of pretty. I thought it was so fun to see everybody, yeah, trying to get like more involved. I never want to force somebody to dress up when I know they don't like that. So we didn't take a group picture, like it was kind of a fail, so I will get into that later. In all the years we've done a Fright Night, I think we've only taken like 2 group pictures and it needs to change. Because my sister and I, we want to do like a wall with photos from all the years through, like a timeline with a picture from when we first started to like where we are now. Because each year we buy more decorations, we try to step it up like just a bit, and I think we've had some pretty successful years and it's just fun to look back at. So I have to take a mental note that this year we need to take a group photo. Just more pictures, more filming in general. Now for decorations. So this year we went, I wouldn't say full out, but we went out. We went just not full out. Not everybody understood the theme. Yeah. Like some people came in and said like, wow, you've already decorated for Christmas. That's soon. And we were like, no. No, it goes with our theme, the nightmare before Christmas, you know. But yeah, not everybody has seen that movie. Not everybody is a nutter like me. Not everybody cares, you know, which I don't mind. I like doing this for myself and it brings me joy. It's just fun when somebody comes in and is like, wow, oh, you've already decorated for Christmas as well. Yeah, that was pretty funny. And I did put like a lot of Halloween decoration, a lot of the Halloween decorations on one side and then a lot of the Christmas decorations on another side, so I could get like the mix up, and maybe it was like a little bit confusing. I get that. And I did say like, wow, this year was the year of elevated decorations and elevated food. So I think we did good. So for the decorations, we mixed Halloween and Christmas decorations with a hint of the Nightmare Before Christmas related decorations. I DIY'd this what is it? Deadly Nightshade pot from the movie, which is an ingredient of Sally's soup for the professor, and also I DIY'd her spoon with the holes in it when she tastes it. For when the professor demands that Sally takes like a bite first before he tastes it, so he's sure she's not poisoning him again, or I mean, she's not trying to kill him, she just puts him to sleep. So the spoon, it was a spoon that I wasn't really using. My father-in-law drilled some holes in it, and then I painted it with like a mixture of green and silver with sparkles acrylic paint. I gave it more of like I tried to give it more of like a wash, so I thinned it a little bit with water. And then for the spoon bit itself with the holes, I tried to make it a little bit more green so that it would look like a stained spoon from the soup. And then for the pot, I did black acrylic paint mixed with starch, which gives it more of like a grainy or older, in my opinion. and then for the background I used silver and white mixed together. I use a black marker to put the text on it and also to outline the background as well. Because I didn't really have a pencil, no, what is it? I didn't really have a brush that was small enough to get like a nice and crisp outline. So I used a black marker for that. And then I just went over the pot, like dry brushing it kind of with a dark gray to just give it even a little bit more texture. I also DIY'd this creepy garland that's also in the movie. It's actually not like a round garland, it's more of like a hanging piece. I just made a circle out of it. I had these red berries still in a Christmas decoration box that I made like clusters of 3 berries together and then just stuck it here and there. And then I made his eyes and teeth out of like a little bit of more firm paper and just drew the eyes with a black marker as well. I didn't do the bow, I just forgot. I was gonna do it. I have like red garland, like a red sash material, but I just forgot. I've only realized that now, by the way. But yeah, I think it looks good, so no complaints here. Then I painted the Christmas tree. So this Christmas tree on a brown tree, a normal tree, where Jack falls in and enters Christmas Town. Christmas Town. I also added like a wounded gingery man, just to like spookify it just a little bit. And then we hung it on a door inside because I wanted to put it outside because her door, her entryway is kind of like a dark brown, which would have represented the tree perfectly, but it was drizzling outside and this is painted onto cardboard. So it would have looked a mess. And it's also acrylic paint, so again, it would have looked a mess. So I also just painted it with acrylic paint. Use a couple of different brushes and I outline most of it again with the black marker. Then I painted like a very big moon as a prop for the photo corner. I do not know why I did that. I think I wanted to do the moon because I also wanted to do like the round, like the curly mountain with the moon on the background. I think that's why I did it. And I just didn't do like the curly mountain. I think I wanted to do it as like for background purposes for the photo corner, but then I found a blanket that was perfect as a background, so I think I just did the moon and didn't do the mountain anymore. Then I also did the masks of the little children. I also got the other one here. I also did barrel, so there's lock, shock and barrel. So people could also use the mask as a prop for the picture. So if they didn't really want to put their face on a picture, they could still be in the picture but with a mask. Which I thought was a pretty good idea. I also painted them with, again, acrylic paint and like cardboard surface. They did like, I don't know if you can see it, like curled up a little bit. So I tried to flatten them with putting books on it or other heavy material, but they just curled again. I also use these masks into Instagram Reels. If you want to go check that out, go to my Instagram. I will pop it here. I only did 2 out of the 3 characters. Maybe next year I will do the 3rd one since I have the mask. Anyway, so I actually did quite a lot of DIYing. Also DIY'd these spiders that you can see in the tree. I used Christmas ornaments that I just wasn't using. So I just glued a smaller bauble onto a bigger bauble, and then I made his feet out of chenille wire. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. I used silver because I thought that would pop up the most because the tree itself is pretty dark. And then red colored baubles because red is, for me at least, the color of Christmas. And I also made some spider webs out of the chenille wire because the spider has to eat, duh. And then we threw in some colored lights. These ones here are white lights. I just use like the smallest tree I've got for a prop now for this video, but the day of we use a bigger tree with colored lights in it because when Jack goes to Christmas Town and he's singing his song, he stops and like looks at the Christmas lights, and they are like these big bulbed colorful Christmas lights, and I thought that would just represent the movie a lot. I also used that picture as like the banner for the Facebook event, which I love that picture. And then I just chucked some big red roses in there because I thought it also gives kind of an eerie, spooky vibe, and I wanted to fill out some bare spots. I did not think of this idea, by the way. I saw this on Mitch Munster's channel. It's actually based off an Ukrainian Christmas story, like children's Christmas story, or just a Christmas story in general, maybe like a tale. And I just love the thought of it mixes Halloween with Christmas. Then I got this glass cake tier stand, which I spray painted the bottom black because the bottom of the plates have this detailed glass look, and I thought spray painting that black would just bring it out a little bit more. And I kept the top side, the other side or the top side of the plate just clear so that we could still put stuff on it like candy or cookies or whatever and not be eating paint. But when I put the cake tier stand together, I saw that, I don't know, the details of the bottom of the plate didn't really come through. So I actually put it together upside down so that the plates were upside down so that you could really see the details. But that meant that if you wanted to put something on it, it would be directly onto the spray paint. So when we're using it, I just put everything in like little pots, containers, whatever, just immediately or directly onto the plates. That's like the downside, but I do think this came out pretty cool. I spray painted the whole thing matte black. And I think I'm going to do like the still remaining clear part of the plates. I think I'm just gonna spray paint that black as well because why not? I do think it came out so nice. I think it's pretty original and it's a unique piece. Then of course we use a lot of pumpkins. On the buffet I did like 2 black creepy cloths on either side and then a white like an off-white in the middle to give it more of like a Tim Burton-esque color scheme. Instead of just one black creepy cloth, the 2 black cloths on the side and then the white in the middle. I thought that was pretty, I don't know, I thought that was pretty clever of myself. Then for the other tables, the dining table and the little coffee table, we just put some purple cloth, paper cloth over it, and then I have these black, like mesh black table runners with silvery spiders and spider webs on it, which we use every year, and it's like the perfect tablecloth to use every year. I like to use those big cloths because a table is a big area and it just, I don't know, makes it more of like a whole, in my opinion. If we're not using purple, we're using orange, but since we wanted to do like Tim Burton inspired, I wanted to use more purple. Then we finished the look with candles, lights, little spiders. What else? Oh, I forgot to do like the black and white strollers. I wanted to like do black and white striped strollers when you come from the kitchen to the living room, that you would always like need to pass through them. Forgot that. Or for in the garage. I don't know. I wanted to use them somewhere, but yeah, I forgot. But that's okay because we can still use them another year. So I did a lot of the preparations actually the day before. I took a day off of work then and started on decorations that I knew were gonna take the longest, like blowing up balloons. Because I made a garland for the photo corner and I just like blew up some balloons and then hung them onto just some wire. Not wire, but string. I did that because I didn't want to be rushed the day off. Usually we do everything the day off because it's at my sister's place. And then the day of the party, I just shoved everything into my little blue car. It was like full to the brim. Crowded, if you know what I mean. We just shoved the balloons in and I went flying with my car. I still could see, by the way. It wasn't dangerous or something. I wish I had a picture of that, or that my boyfriend took a picture of that. I don't think he did. That's too bad because that was hilarious. Okay, next topic, the photo booth. So the photo booth was not my finest work. I think I was most disappointed with that. Also because, yeah, it was my first time. I didn't really like think it out. I had some visions in my mind, but I don't really have like big props to fill it in. I mean, I do have now, but they weren't in like one space, and I wanted it to be very like cohesive, and it didn't work out the way I wanted it. I think it was still pretty okay, but it wasn't really in a corner. It wasn't really like a photo booth. I just hang it onto the railing of the curtains because it was the only thing that I could hang it on. Yeah, I'm hoping to do better this year if we're gonna do a photo booth or photo corner. Yeah, I think my idea was okay, but the execution could have been done better. Also because it was next to the couch and I don't know, there were always people around. It wasn't really like in a corner, like I mentioned. I don't think people wanted to do it in front of other people. They were just not into that. So I would make it more of a private place. I don't know, I'm thinking maybe the entryway or maybe making a little nook in the living room we have right now. That could be fun. I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm doing one this year or if I'm just gonna let the idea fly. I mean, I even brought Bone Daddy to the shoot. I gave him a Santa hat and nobody used him. I mean, also printed out like poses they could do and I just forgot to hang it up. I made like the little face props and yeah. But it's a good lesson. Not everything that you plan will be a hit. Sometimes you can have an idea of what you want to do. And even if it's like executed in a good way, it doesn't mean that everybody's gonna like it. And usually like the things you don't plan out are the most fun. So don't be discouraged. I am not telling you that, I'm telling it to myself. Then for the games. So I hinted it a little bit on the Facebook event that we were going to play some normal board games, normal games in general, so no big treasure hunt, because the year before the theme was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory then, and I tried to make up a like murder mystery, but it was like a kidnap mystery. And I tried to put like the characters from the movie in it. It was just a lot of work. It was fun, and I think people liked it as well. I think they like those types of games more than the games that we did this year, actually. So maybe something to keep in mind myself. Yeah, so for this year we did like a Who Am I game, like you stick a post-it to your forehead so everybody can see who you are, but you cannot, and you have to guess with like yes or no answers, like am I a woman? Am I known for my movies? Am I, you know, and so on and so forth. And I always try to link it a little bit to like Halloween or Christmas are. So I picked out like villains or just like dark characters from movies and series, but not everybody in our friend group is like a movie or series watcher or big movie or series watcher. So I tried to keep it like neutral as possible. But yeah, sometimes it's hard when a person doesn't know the character you're trying to guess. So yeah, I think it went pretty okay, but I don't think it was like the best game we've played so far. Maybe we'll do that with like more known characters, or I mean, I did like 11 from Stranger Things, Frankenstein's monster, Gollum. I mean, Gollum wasn't in it. That would have been funny though. Like Catwoman, Poison Ivy. Like Poison Ivy is not someone that everybody knows, or they know it, but it's just hard to guess because like they just know of it, not really know it. Then the second game I just forgot. We wanted to do a game where a person is blindfolded, or everybody's blindfolded, and they need to draw like a snowman on a plate. And then the one who draws it the best wins. I mean, it's something we can do another year as well, with another theme, with another character they need to draw, so that's not so bad. And then the third game we played was Time's Up. You have like a kids edition and then a party edition. I have the party edition version, but I actually think the kids edition would have been better, because the party edition are only names of like Leonardo DiCaprio, Leonardo da Vinci. Why am I only thinking about Leonardo's? Lady Gaga. I don't know. Just famous people or known people. And then the kids edition is with objects like a lamp, a table, a house, animals. I think that would have been easier to do with people, because like I said, not everybody is like a big film watcher, or everybody knows what a chair is. Not everybody knows who Leonardo da Vinci is or Leonardo DiCaprio is. Yeah, so it's like the first round you can give as much explanation as you want to make the other people guess who it is. And then the second round, you can only use one word. So like Leonardo da Vinci, you can say or Leonardo DiCaprio, you can say he's like a famous actor who's been in Titanic, who's played in Titanic, blah, blah, blah. And then the second round, you can say Titanic, and then, okay. And then the third round is presenting it, like acting it out. So you can do like when they're standing on the edge of the boat, Titanic, Leonardo DiCaprio. So when people are acting it out, that's pretty fun, but I don't know. We usually do Pictionary, which is pretty fun. I mean, we don't do that every year, but I wanted to mix it up a little, and I thought this would be a good replacement. And I also changed the groups every round so that everybody would have played with everybody. So yeah, it was fun, but I don't think I would be doing that game again. Oh, and then I also had, like, I don't know if you remember, but I also like made Dutch versions of 2 English Mad Libs editions, and it was like a story about Halloween trick-or-treating, and then like The Perfect Man. And yeah, I don't know, there just wasn't enough time for it. Like, some people showed up a little bit later, and I don't know, we were just talking a lot. So it was not bad, but it wasn't the best year or just the best year game-wise. Now on to food. So no pictures, none whatsoever. Not one picture or video clip of our food. Unfortunately, like I said, I will have to try and remember this for this year, that we just have to take pictures. But what I can tell you is that people mentioned that the food this year was pretty good. There is that. No, I will insert like the inspiration pictures of the food we made, so you can have like a visual representation or a visual idea of what we did or what we made. But yeah, unfortunately, no pictures of that. But, so now the food we did that evening. So we always start with like healthy. We had some like carrot sticks, candy tomatoes, like really small tomatoes, I don't know if you know it. Some raw cauliflower, a little dip sauce. It's cocktail sauce. I don't know if it's known anywhere else, but it's like mayonnaise and ketchup mixed together with rum in it or something, I think. I don't know. We can just buy it in a pot, so we do that. And then what else? I think that we had some Buggles chips. Oh, grapes, cheese cubes, a little bit of mustard to dip your cheese cubes in. We also had olives, we forgot to put them out. Yeah, we always start with that, like some chips and dips and, you know, little picky stuff. And then when we moved to the diner table, we had my sister's famous soup. I mean, it's not famous, but I think it's a famous soup. It's like a bell pepper with pumpkin, tomato, or like a hint of tomato, a hint of cauliflower, carrot soup. Everybody loves it, or everybody says they love it. Oh, and some little meatballs in it. It's like something we do here a lot in Belgium. I don't know if it's, again, done somewhere else as well, but then after the soup we had pizza. My sister always makes it herself, so I mean, she doesn't make the dough. So she does a margarita version and then a bolognese version, because those are like the two common flavors that are done here. Oh yeah, we wanted to make him look like a tree. I'll put up a picture. But yeah, we were kind of stupid. She asked my opinion, or she asked how to do it, and it was my fault, actually. I mean, she makes it all the time, so actually I don't get why she trusts me, why she trusted me to give her the right answer, but yeah. So we were thinking about like, are we gonna make the shapes before we put it in the oven or after? And of course, we know how to do it, but I don't know why, we just forgot. So we put it in the oven first, and we thought like, oh, we can just like get the shapes after. So that was a fit. We just, I think she just made like little like squares of it, but it tasted good. It tasted good. Then we made something we hadn't before. So it's actually an idea of Jackie Armand. So on her Halloween party recap video, I saw that she made these sandwiches that were with pumpernickel bread. We used something differently. We just used like a dark brown bread, or like a medium brown bread with pieces of apple, almond nuts or shavings or something, pesto, mayonnaise, and then like cheddar cheese on it. When I heard her mentioning that, I was like, ooh, my sister's gonna like that, I think. It's something like fresh and something different, and yeah, I hadn't heard of that before, so bear with me, I've been talking quite a while and my voice is like getting all raspy. Everybody else liked it as well. We wanted to do it in the shape of the coffin, but my sister was like, let's throwing in a lot of the sandwich, and my she doesn't like to waste food. So yeah, we did one in the shape of a coffin, and then the other sandwich is just in the regular shape, which I mean is a good thing. So yeah, it was something kind of different than we have done in the past, but sometimes you need to take a risk, and yeah, this year it turned out great. So thank you, Jackie. Then for the main hot dish. So I saw this reel on Instagram, which had like a hollowed out potato, like a big potato. They fried it, but we didn't do that. And then they stuffed it with, I think, little pieces of carrots, bell pepper as well. Oh no, wait, did I use bell pepper? Yeah, I think bell pepper as well. They put peas in there, but we didn't do that. Onion, and then chicken pieces. And then they put it in the oven with a tomato sauce. And then yeah, they didn't mention any seasoning, so we just seasoned it like how we wanted it. I think she just used some pepper and salt maybe some chicken herbs. We didn't fry the potato, we just hollowed it out. No, we didn't hollow them out because we only had like little potatoes. And then you're like wasting a lot of filling, so we just put it in one oven dish and it was delicious. It was like a fall stew. Ooh. It was pretty easy to make. You can prepare a lot of it the day before, actually, like cut up all the vegetables. You just chuck them together, put in the sauce, put in the potato, put it in the oven. Then you can sit with your guests, so you don't need to be like always with it. Then check it a couple of times, because in a lot of reels, or they usually don't mention like a recipe. It was a lot of wet finger work, but it was very nice. Definitely something worth repeating. Not next year, but maybe in 2 or 3 years. I'm actually getting hungry talking about it. So then popcorn, just like the soup and the pizza, it's something we do every year. Popcorn is good for when you're watching the movie. It's something light as a dessert, so you can still eat it and not feel bloated as hell. We also wanted to do something that was called Zero's Kibble that I found on, I think, a Pinterest photo. And so I wanted to mix like white and brown, like Maltesers together. And we do have like milk chocolate Maltesers here in Belgium, but we don't have white chocolate Maltesers here. So we just thought like, what if we just roll them in white chocolate? So we tried that, but if we left the white chocolate too hot, it would just melt off the brown one and it would become like one goo around like the Malteser cookie. But if we cooled it down a little bit more, it just wouldn't roll over it. So luckily we only used a small portion to test it out with, but yeah, that wasn't it. So we just put out the leftover milk chocolate Maltesers in a bowl and just called it a night. Then we tried to make these cookies. So we had these, I don't know, crumble, like a cookie crumble mixed with butter and something else. And then we wanted to do them in the shape of like a bone. So again, like a zero inspired cookie, like, or just a Night Before Christmas in general inspired, like bones. We didn't really have like a cookie cutter in the shape of a bone, so we thought, oh, we can maybe just form it with this, what is it? Cellophane, like this transparent stuff. The thing is, it didn't really hold. You needed to like press the cookie crumble with the butter and the cream together as much as you can, but it wasn't really working in the cellophane. So we just used some Christmas inspired cookie cutouts for the other cookies and then drizzled some white chocolate over that. But some of the cookies, like the candy cane was a pretty small cookie, but other cookies were like really big. So I think it was just too heavy of a dessert after all like the warm hearty meals we already had. So yeah, it wasn't really a fail, but also not really a hit. Then drinks. So each year we do a starter cocktail linked to that year's theme. This year I know I wanted to do like a green colored drink, and I wanted to call it Frog's Breath, because it would match with the Deadly Nightshade, Frog's Breath, and then I think there's something else, but I don't care. So my idea first was to take just some vodka and Sprite and then add some green food coloring, like you mix blue with yellow. But then my sister actually mentioned or suggested that we could use something that is called pisang. What a name, pisang ambon. I will just pronounce it in Dutch, pisang ambon. It is apparently a banana flavored liqueur. I didn't know that. I didn't know it was banana flavored when I only saw it when I looked it up, by the way, but which has a green base, which made it perfect. So we mixed that with orange juice, and that's so nice. It's actually a drink we drank a lot, or it's a drink that was very popular when I was 18. 21? No. I think the drinking age here is 16 or 18. I think 16 for beer and then 18 for stronger drinks like that. I don't know. I just felt 18 again, you know? It was like, ooh, we're going to the club. But we're not, we're just in the home. So yeah, everybody here in Belgium, almost everybody here in Belgium has, if they were party animals or if they went out to like a bar or just out for a drink, they've had a drink. So it's kind of nostalgic. And yeah, everybody liked it, luckily. So drink, stamp of approval. It was good. It was a good year for drinks. Now for the movie. We didn't watch one. The choice was between The Watch, which is like a comedy, sci-fi. It's not really a thriller. It's not really a horror. Comedy, sci-fi. And then Nope, which I really wanted to see. Because I had watched The Watch, but I hadn't watched Nope yet. So it was actually a tie on the Facebook event, but then the night of the Fright Night, we were kind of late with everything, so the games lasted really... It was pretty late when we wanted to start the film. We were talking quite a lot, and I think we all were enjoying just sitting and talking. I don't know, like I was like, does everybody want to see the movie, or do we just sit here and talk some more? And everyone was like, yeah, I think I want to talk some more instead of the movie, because like if we would have watched Nope, the movie is 2 hours 50. It would have been late. So yeah, I don't think it was a bad thing. It felt kind of normal to not watch it. It felt kind of, I don't know, everybody was pretty happy with just talking. So no film this year, but like I said, I actually did really want to see Nope. So the day after that, I watched it with my partner, even though he's not really like a scary movie kind of guy. Yeah, and I liked it, but I didn't love it. I thought it was going to be creepier. I haven't seen any of the director's previous movies, so maybe I didn't really know what I was getting into. I'm not really like the biggest fan of Keke Palmer. I don't think she's a bad actress, but I like her, but I don't love her. And then I like the male actor. I didn't think it was like that scary. Maybe that was the point. I like the idea of the movie. I think I will rewatch it again. I think it could be a good rewatch movie, and maybe I will like it even more in time. I wish Glenn, Steven Yeun, had like a bigger role in it. I like him, I love him. I think everybody has seen season 6 or 7 by now from The Walking Dead. When they killed Glenn off of The Walking Dead, I was so pissed. But I'm way off topic right now. Now for costume. So this was the first year I was actually wanting to try and put myself into a costume. I thought like, since I'm asking other people to like dress themselves up, I need to do it as well. So the idea was to be a suffocated elf. That's suffocated because of string lights. But I only had like an hour to do everything, like hair, makeup, and I did my makeup pretty at first, and then I wanted to do like more of like an SFX version, but it was like the first time using like a alcohol makeup palette. I did get to use my scabbard for the first time, which was pretty cool. So yeah, I had to do my makeup in like an hour, and it was the first time using like a couple of the products. I mean, I looked bad, so I did that. Yeah, and then I wanted to use those elf ears, but oh my god, they're pretty heavy. So they're good to make like a little film, but I didn't want to put them on the whole night because my ears would have fallen off. Like my actual ears would have been falling off at the end of the night. And then I did wear my little elf hat. I did like that, bought that on Shein, as well as the ears. And then I had a Christmassy jumper that I wanted to put on, but every time I'm hosting, even if it's not really hot inside, I always get so hot because of like the stress. And not the stress, but like you want everything to be as perfect as possible. It can never be perfect. Just know that it can never be perfect. Do your best and try to see the good in things. You can only learn from it, and you can try to do better next year. That's my motto. I don't want to say it was a fail, but I think I could have done better. Now this year I will have a little bit more time to do a look, like a makeup look and maybe an outfit look, I'm not sure yet, because the Fright Night will be at my house this year. It's going to be a lot easier because I can start decorating like so much earlier. I can do it at my own pace, very slowly. And then like the day before, I can use that time to maybe help preparing some of the food for the day of, and then the day of the party or the Fright Night, I can use that time to make myself all pretty. My sister can use that time to make herself all pretty. And now I can really plan out the decorating. If I don't like something, I can still make a switch in time. And yeah, that was it. Overall, I think this year was a pretty good year. I don't think it was my favorite out of all that we've done, but I think it was a pretty good year. Decoration-wise, food-wise, drink-wise. People really served with their looks. Yeah, that was pretty fun. I actually like that a lot. I like the food. Food is good for me. So yeah, like every year you have some fails, you have some hits, but you can only learn from them. You can only try your best and hope for a good outcome. And just enjoy it. Try to enjoy it. That's what I tell myself. Don't stress out, try to enjoy it. You're doing this because you like it, you like the planning, you like being together. It doesn't need to be like the best night of your life. Everybody's having like a semi-good time. It's already a success in my book. Now, this is all in the past. And I can hear you say, Evie, that's my real name. What about this year? Have you started planning? Do you have a theme yet? Is it done? Have you done everything already? No, but of course, I know my theme. I knew it when the party was over. I mean, the ideas were flowing the day after. If you go and watch last year's Halloween party planning video, I think you would already know what this year's theme is going to be, because I was doubting between two themes and I really wanted to do the other one. Should I tell you what it is? No, I don't want to tell you yet. If you go look at the other video, yeah, I'm almost 100% sure you will know what this year's theme is going to be. And it's not going to be a very original theme, but I'm hoping to put some original ideas in it. Color-wise, it's going to be a little bit different than what we've done years before. So I am super, super, super excited. That's all I can say now. So the next video that will come out or the next Halloween related video that will come out will be my party planning video with me. So if you just hold on to next video or wait until next video, you will know what the theme is for this year's Halloween Fright Night edition number 9. Woo! I mean, can you tell that I'm excited for this? I think you can. So I already had a lot of inspo gathered already, and I've gathered a lot more since then. I'll probably will have gathered a lot more in a couple months, like now. I think this is like the Halloween party planning and the preparations and the party itself is what I love to do most. If this could be a job, I would be in heaven. That would be so unreal. But yeah, I'm getting sidetracked again. If you're still here, because I know it's going to be a very long video, but if you're still listening, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Thank you for, I don't know, listening to me talk about the thing I love the most. And if you have any ideas of your own, if you're planning a party, please let me know what the theme is. Please let me know what your favorite theme was ever. It can also be a theme of another Halloween party you've went to, or if you have some other good YouTube Halloween related videos, please send them to me. You can send them to me via Instagram or wherever you want. I would love to see those. Are you as much of a nutcase as I am when it comes to planning Halloween parties? What was your favorite part about this video, this year's theme? My favorite part, I think, are the spiders I DIY. I don't know, I think everything that's like here that's here now was my favorite part. I think the food-wise, these two, like the fall stew with the potatoes and chicken, I love chicken, and tomato sauce, I think that was a highlight of the night for me. And just being together with everybody. I mean, it's not only about the preparations and the party, it's just being together with your friends, having hopefully a good night. And I really had fun painting this. I should paint more. I've realized that. I'm not the greatest painter. I will never do paintings in general, but I do love painting this. It calmed me down so much. I mean, not that I'm like a very busy or outgoing person. I just really loved doing that. So I already have some painting DIYs in my head for next year, so that's good, or for this year's party, so that's good. I don't know, I just had fun, and that's all that matters. And I am hoping we can do this for a lot more years. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Bye.